this guy, when we talk about mass deportations, this is what it means. We needed to talk about Chuck Schumer, and now we talk about Adam Schiff. At some point, I need to be clear with this. At some point, I thought that Chuck Schumer and Adam Schiff were the same MF. Okay, that's like I couldn't distinguish both of them because both of them were like insufferable. It's like AOC and Ilhan Omar. It's like, has anybody seen them in the same room simultaneously? Let's watch this. He has something to say about mass deportations. Let's see his opinion, and let's troll him a bit if we're at it.
So this past weekend, I was in the Central Valley and had one of the most really heartbreaking meetings I think I've ever had.
Heartbreaking, and he presses his lips. Oh my God, he must be taking acting classes with Megan.
I sat down with a group of farm workers who were the subject of these mass deportations. Women whose husbands were pulled out of their cars during traffic stops or at gas stations.
This is the kind of stuff, people being pulled out of their cars at traffic light stops. This is what it is. It is a big missed opportunity to make that a reality show 24/7. And the government would make money with that because people will want to watch that. I lost count of how many people said, we want a show like Cops, but with ICE detaining illegal migrants. There's a huge market in there. There's a huge market in there. Aren't there any, I don't know, can influencers have some kind of press pass, ICE press pass to, record and edit stuff and split profits with the government? There's a business in there. They're talking about America, the heart of capitalism in the world. Everything can be made a business. We need a show of this. We need a show of this.
And forced to sign forms they didn't understand what they were signing, almost immediately deported to Mexico.
My guess is that this never happened. My guess is that this never happened, but it is happening. But what did not happen is that he had a meeting with those people, or he had first, in-person contact with them. No, I don't think so.
Leaving behind their wife, leaving behind their children. I met two young children, both age 11, one whose father was now in Mexico, and he had been able to speak to his father and was heartbroken, missing his father. The other had not been able to even speak to his father yet.
Why do I have this strong sensation that the guy is just making all this stuff up? Why is he? Do I have the sensation that he's making all this stuff up? I mean, the meeting. Let's say, okay, the kids were not deported. You want to make it, and the wife was not deported as well. Only the kids. Only the father was deported to Mexico. If you really wanted to make this a sob story, interview the wife, I don't know, look for the wife, make sure that the wife appears on TV saying all this, and how come only the father is deported and the wife and the kids are not? This I don't understand. I don't get it. I don't know how that works. I have zero idea how that works. It means that maybe the father was in those construction sites that we were watching at the start of the show, and he was snatched by evil eyes, and the wife and kids were left behind, and the wife and kids will be eventually deported as well, because that is the thing. That is the thing. Tom Homan said, well, there's one way to not split families with deportations. We deport them all together. I don't know. It seems a very suspicious story. I don't buy it.
In tears, mothers afraid to bring their kids to school. Just horrible, heartbreaking situation. These were people who have been working in the fields some cases for decades.
If they have been working in the field for decades, why haven't they regularized their status in the United States? It is my question. There must be a way to do that. There must be a way, right? Maybe they don't want to, and now they are. Oh yeah, they are experiencing the consequences of not wanting to do it in all those decades as illegals in the United States. Because there must be a way. There must be a way. If I know one thing, is that I already said that America is the heart of capitalism, and there are very good attorneys of all kinds. And if with a good attorney, you can regulate 100%. So if you have spent decades in the United States as an illegal, and you are caught, it is entirely your fault, your responsibility, because I am 100% sure. And these churches, like the Bishop Pass, they finance these legal proceedings. They pay for this legal proceedings. So there's no way you can say, oh, poor you have been doing it. He says like that, if that is something to be sorry for. No, shame on you instead for being decades as an illegal and not starting the process to, regularizing your status and putting your family in danger because of that. You're the only to blame, and that is just common sense. Why are you still an illegal after decades?
Backbreaking work. They worked throughout the pandemic so all the rest of us could eat. And having their families torn apart in this way, seeing these children missing their parents.
Yeah, if they have been decades in the United States, they are responsible for that.
It was just devastating. And none of these people had any criminal record, never been arrested for anything.
Again, that is a fallacy. If they enter the United States in an illegal way, or not through a port of entry, not in the right way, so to speak, then they already have committed a crime. And if, maybe I did this, maybe you can ask for some kind of process that, I've been prosecuted in my country, something like that. You know, so many people have exploited the United States system that I also have to tell you this. I have to tell you this. I know many Venezuelans. I have Venezuelan family and friends who have exploited the United States system, and nowadays they are citizens of the United States. So you can do it. I know people, first-hand experience with people who I know personally, who are my family, who entered the United States illegally, and today they're law-abiding citizens of the United States. So it can be done. If you didn't do it, it is entirely your fault. You made two mistakes. One, entering the United States illegally. Two, not regularizing your status. Not looking for ways. One thing is that Venezuelans, we find the way. We find ways to do things. If there's a way to do something, rest assured, a Venezuelan will find a way to do that. That's something that we have. Let's finish this.
Often they were pulled over and asked if they were so-and-so. They didn't even have the right people. It just didn't matter. And that this is being done and maybe just the beginning what's being done is just awful. Awful for these families, awful for people who put themselves at risk to feed us during the pandemic.
You already said that. I don't buy this. That never happened. That never happened, Adam. That never. You're just trying to. You don't. Again, this doesn't hold up. None of that holds up. But again, I would like to know what you think about this in the comments. Where's my live chat? Oh my God, we were almost just in time. And remember to download my 100 free body language tips in the description of this video, and you will be subscribed to my awesome emails as well.